So a lot of what we've been seeing in the league is involving a lot of good guard play, especially last week. But throughout the season, we've seen guys like James Feldein, TJ Williams, multiple guards in the league really showing that, they're the dominant player on the team at times. So, Darvis, what's your take on how teams are starting to shift towards signing their guards first instead of big men to, really form their roster?
Well, I think guards are right now trying to make a point and a statement about building the team around them. You got guys that can not only score the ball but can distribute it, play defense, and now guards, big-time guards now can rebound the ball. You have a guard 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", that can handle the ball. They can also rebound. It kind of, broadens and widens your team as far as your end goal of what you want to do and what you want to build your team around. So I think it's a great thing. I think guards are becoming the new it for teams.
Right, I agree. Now, Raleigh, having played the 4 spot a lot in your career, do you feel like it's a benefit to have guards that want to rebound now, or do you feel like the paint is getting clogged up?
I definitely think it's a benefit for mainly because when a big man goes to grab rebounds, usually it's him alone, him and then just one other big. Whenever there's an extra body down there, obviously your chances are greater to grab that board. So the guards are faster. They could get in there in the small crevices and grab the ball where the other big man wouldn't be able to get it.
Right. We're also seeing the reverse role where we have a lot of bigs starting to shoot threes as well. So the inside-out game is seeming to shift. You have guard-to-guard pick and rolls sometimes, and now you have a guard and a big doing a pick and pop.
For sure.
You see the comfortable big men, 4s and 5s starting to really hit the threes at a high rate, at a high consistency. What do you think is a team's benefit from having a big man that can hit the three?
Well, I think it kind of disrupts a defense, essentially. If you have, on your team a big that can step out and shoot the three like your point guard or your shooting guard can, it disrupts and creates a mismatch for the other side if they don't have a guy that can go out there and guard that big man. So we already know that the big man can, have his fortress down low, but now that you have a guy step out, what does that big man that's guarding him do? Does he go out there? Does he play him? Does he sit back and let him shoot? And now these big guys, not only can they shoot, but you throw a little pump fake and now you're going by that big man that's guarding you, and it just creates a world of problems for defenders.
Right. It definitely opens up the court. So, Raleigh, again, if you see your big man being able to dominate in the post, but now he can step out and hit the three, do you see that as a benefit? Do you think that opens up the floor, or would you rather see the traditional big man that dominates the post?
Definitely, it's a problem. Inside out, there's no way of really stopping that player. You literally just have to try to contain him. There's no problem with having that one big man that if he could dominate the paint and let that be his game. If he could dominate it, then that's not a problem. But all you could do is you could double team him and shut him down. But now if he's stepping out to hit that three, now you have to think twice. Now you have to actually swing someone over to one of your guards over, and now your big man has to step out to that 3-point line. Does he have a move or not? Will he pull up? Will he get around him? You just don't know. So if he's a player, he's going to show you that he's a real basketball player.
Absolutely. One player that was deeply, I would say, involved in the transition and was playing in Israel with Jerusalem last season is Amar'e Stoudemire. At the beginning of his career, he came in with just raw talent, athleticism, and was looked at as someone that can fly to the hoop, set great screens for his guards, but really started to develop into a player that can hit that shot. So it's something that you can see throughout the development in a player's career. But, would you say it's something that should be started earlier now that, the game is changing and we see the shift of all players being able to play all positions? Do you think it's something where, a younger player, if you're 6'8", 6'9", should start to work on the same guard skills?
I definitely think so. Just because, like you said, the game is evolving. It's a faster pace now. the floor feels wider, feels bigger. And you just got to be able to keep up with the times. Just being one-dimensional is not going to cut it. It's not going to really get you too far. Again, unless you excel at it, you dominate it, you get somewhere. But if you're able to do more than one thing, I feel like your value goes up, your threat level goes up as well. So just being more well-rounded, starting early is always better. Young guys, you don't even know what your talent is going to be. You're still raw talent when you're young. So find out what you can do. Start dribbling the ball, start shooting the ball, and just work on it.
Right. And Darvis, you being highly involved in youth development, would you say that it's important at a young age to work on all skills, no matter what size or position you might be playing on a certain team? Do you think it's important to work on all skills?
It definitely is important. For one reason, it's because, you could be 14, 15 years old at 6'1", and what it's been like in the past is that your coach is going to put you on the block because you're the biggest kid. And nowadays, it's not seen as that. I see it now as positionless basketball, as we call it, right? It doesn't matter how tall you are or how small you are. We're going to put, our best guys out there that can do the best things at the time that the coach needs them to, right? And what I see right now in the youth is that everybody can dribble, everybody can pass, and everybody can shoot. And that's what you want starting young, like you mentioned, Raleigh, starting young, and then that gives you time to develop. Like you said, you don't know not only do you not know your talent because it's so raw when you're young, but you don't know what's going to happen to your body. Your body is still so young at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old. You can have a growth spurt. And for an example, Anthony Davis went from his junior year to his senior year from about 6'1" to 6'10". You don't know what's going to happen. And now Anthony Davis is doing everything that guards can do. And it creates an issue for that defender, that big man that was told that he needs to be in the paint. It's an issue for him to guard him, for guard guys like him.
Well, Maccabi Tel Aviv has one of these players that we mentioned, Deni Avdija, a 6'8" guard. So, let's see what position he ends up playing throughout his career, but let's also see if he ends up in this week's top 10.